What's up, guys, girls? Rob here. Getting ready for the Bill Texans game. Roughly 20 minutes from now. The Texans are. I'm not even sure if they're favored in this game. They may be. If they are slight favorite. Yeah, Houston. Houston's 2-point favorite, 2.5-point favorites this game. As you know, I've said all the week long, I like the Bills. I like the Bills by more than 3 points. What's going on, Philip? What's going on, Sean? What's going on, Interzone? This game has got all the makings of a game that neither team scores 20 points. But can the front seven of Buffalo keep Deshaun Watson from running around running crazy? If they can do it, Trent Murphy and the boys for Buffalo, if they can put the stops to him, then they've got two players on the Bills side, two players on the Bills side today that's going to make all the difference in the world. Okay? Number one, Texans not going to put 28 in the board against the Bills. Not a chance. No. Okay, Philip, I sure will. Whoever the starting running back is, if it's Frank Gore, whoever for the Bills, he's got to hold on to the football. And you'll never guess who I think the second most important player for the Bills is today. And it's not Josh Allen. It's not Josh Allen. You'll never guess who the second most important player for the Buffalo Bills is today, in my opinion. But the first one is the running back. He's got to hang on to the football. You got to hold on to the ball. You got to. But there's another player I think maybe even more important or just as important as the running back is that's holding on to the ball today. That guy from Virginia Tech. Who are we talking about, Sean? I don't know. The guy from Virginia Tech. Looks like I lost all my people right here. Wow. I don't know which one you're talking about. Will Fuller? Will Fuller for the Texans? But I'm talking about for the Bills. I'm talking about for the Bills, who's the important players today. And obviously Josh Allen has got to be a big part of it. But you cannot throw a kid into the deep water. You can't throw him in 25 feet of water right now in the first quarter. You've got to get him on defense. Don't know. Don't know who you're talking about there. J.J. Watt is starting today for the Texans. Will Fuller, wide receiver. Stephen Mitchell for the Texans, both out. Both wide receivers are out. Jonathan Joseph, Cornell Armstrong, two cornerbacks, one a starter, out for the Texans today. That's going to be big. That's going to be really big. But Levi Wallace for the Bills, he's been starting almost every game this year. Kevin Johnson's coming in. He's going to have to start for him today. That's going to be big because the Texans, I think, are going to really try to throw the football. I don't think they're going to be able to run against this team. I just think the Bills defensively have the advantage. I think of all four units, if you want to talk about the Bills offense, Bills defense, Houston offense, Houston defense, I think the Bills defense is the best of the four. Okay? Second best of the four, probably the Houston defense. Okay? Then the offenses, They are just so intertwined. Probably Houston's offense may be that little bit better than Buffalo's offense. But the problem with Houston's offense is they've got to go against that Buffalo defense. Yeah. It's coming on in about 15 minutes now. This wow. This is what I think is going to happen in order for the Bills to win today. Number one, they got to win the turnover battle. Okay, they've got to win the turnover battle. If the Texans are not laying the ball down or not throwing the ball, INTs and all, definitely the Bills can't afford to do it, because if they do it, they could be putting short fields for Deshaun Watson. That is not a good thing. Number two, you got to have a punter that gets the ball off. Corey Borgequez, he has got to get the ball out every time that they kick. Every time they punt the ball, he's got to get it away. And number two, he needs at least 40, 45 yards down the field. You got to kick it down there. You got to keep the field position battle. You got to win it. So the punter must be effective today. So, okay, let's put that down there. Punter must be effective. And then number three, special teams. You cannot give up a big return if you're the Bills. And you notice I'm not even talking about how the Bills are going to score. The Bills have simply got to keep Texans out of the end zone. I think, and I truly believe this, that Deshaun Watson will make his own troubles. He'll take care of that. You don't have to worry about that. As long as you keep them out of the end zone, you don't let them come in. You don't come into your house. You let them come into your house. I think that he'll fold just like a tent before it's all said and done. I like the Bills all the way in this ball game. Win the special teams battle. Yeah. Does Josh Allen have to go out here and throw for 300 yards to win? Not at all. He can throw for 150 and they can win. They can run for 75 and they can win. The problem has got to be they have got to put Deshaun Watson on his can. Not once, not twice, minimum 5 times. He's got to be on it. He's got to be on the ground. Number two, every time a receiver catches the ball or they run the football, you got to hit them. You got to hit them and then hit them again. Nothing dirty, but let them know if you're coming down on our side of the field, we're going to hit you. And then they have got to be passing effectively. That's number 4. The Bills are going to be put in positions where it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Josh Allen has to be able to – you got to give him the freedom to at least get out there and throw the ball down the field. What's going up, Jay Wallace? So if I'm the coaches of the Bills, first quarter, I tell Josh Allen, look, you just take the ball from center. You hand the ball off. Even if if all we do is hand the ball off 3 times, 3 and out, and we punt the football, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't worry about the crowd. You don't worry about 70,000 people, screaming at you because you're not. That's the game plan. Run the football, and then run the football some more. The first quarter, let's establish that. Guess what? I don't care if you put an 8 at the box. We're going to run the football on you, okay? We're going to try to keep pushing the football down the field. Number 2, when we go back in special teams, punting, we got to make sure we block for the kick for the punter, and let's make sure we get good punts off and field them well. Let's keep them on their end of the field. And then number 3, let's keep Deshaun Watson running for his friggin' life. He likes to run wide right. Okay. Trent Murphy is going to be coming in from that side. He's the ex-Redskin. He is fast. He is good. But they have 7 guys that can really, really go after the quarterback, the down linemen and the linebackers. They have got to put pressure on Deshaun Watson. If you don't, you may get beat. And you want to make him run the opposite way of where he wants to run. He loves, as soon as he goes back for a pass, he'll wait there 2-3 seconds tops, and then he's running. And he's running right at the, at the 2 o'clock mark where he's at. So you got to cut that off. You got to make him run in the other way. Number 1, if he's running to his left, he cannot throw to except 1/3 of the field. Second thing, if you've got him running that way, he's not comfortable. And you don't want him comfortable. That's the last thing you want, is to let Deshaun Watson get comfortable. Josh Allen, I think, can throw for 175 yards today and maybe 1 touchdown and maybe not even any touchdowns. But let's say 175 yards. I think he needs to throw for at least 55%. So nothing outrageous. You're not asking for anything, but he cannot throw INTs. He cannot if he has to throw the ball 20 yards over somebody's head, do it. You just cannot afford to get him in a position where the Bills defense is going to be playing on short fields, and then he comes back out there and going to be down 10, 12, 14 points. You can't do it to the kid. It's his first playoff game. You got to make it as easy for him as possible. Sean says J.J. Watt gets 3 sacks. I couldn't disagree even more. J.J. Watt probably won't play all the game. J.J. Watt he's been spotty as far as practice this week. They're going to probably let him start, but if he plays every down, it really would surprise me. I don't expect it, especially if Houston. And Houston's not talking about one playoff game. They're talking about, okay, they want to play next week too. If that's the case, they're going to need Watt next week. And they can't get him out here running crazy this week, going nuts. He doesn't have that much in the tank. They'll be lucky if Watt gets 1 sack today. He's not the side of the ball I'm so much concerned about. It's the Buffalo defense. Buffalo's defense has got to put pressure on Watson. In the process, during all that, if they hand the ball off, they have still got to make their tackles. They got to tackle them. They're going to have to do that. If they don't, they're going to be in some serious trouble. Will Fuller, Stephen Mitchell, 2 receivers. Will Fuller, starter for the Texans, out today. He will not play at all. Jonathan Joseph, Cornell Armstrong, 2 defensive backs, 2 cornerbacks for the Texans. They're both out today, as well as Jordan Akins. He's the tight end for the Texans. He is out. The big news for the Bills is Levi Wallace, a starting defensive back. He's out today. Kevin Johnson, the ex-Texan, will come in and yeah, I'm with you, Jay Wallace. I'm with you. J.J. Watt will probably be, quote unquote, a shell of himself today. He is just pretty much going out there to try to get relief for the other guys. He probably, now he may, he's a beast. So he still may get his 1 or maybe even a couple sacks, but I don't think he's going to be his normal self. And that's got to be refreshing to the Bills to know that they're not going to be playing up against their best defense. Josh Allen, like I say, if he can throw for 55% today, get 175 yards passing, don't turn the football over. Just win the turnover battle. If Houston turns the ball over 4 times, make sure if you're the Bills, you don't turn it over twice. Okay? I realize the Texans' defense is tough. They have a great defensive back core. Their linebackers are really good, but the front four can get run over. You can run on them, and that's what they're going to have to do. The Bills, they're going to be starting at what, 7 minutes, 4 minutes from now. They're going to get going, or 5 minutes from now rather. They're going to get going. So number one, Bills have got to win the turnover battle. If they win the turnover battle, they got a great chance to win. Number two, their punter. He has to get the ball away, no blocks, and no little 15, 20-yard shanks. Get it down the field, and you got to cover, special teams have got to do their job. Number three, win on kickoffs. That's the only game on right now. Yes, there's only going to be one game on at a time. This is going to be on ABC. 4:38 is going to be kickoff time. Is the way I'm on 4:39 kickoff time. So it's about 4 more minutes until it kick off. And it's ESPN's covering it too. I didn't realize that. Oh, it's already, you know what? They already have kicked it off. Buffalo gets the ball to 25. So the Texans just kicked the ball off. Okay. All right. So Houston decided to forego the they won the toss and they gave it up the first half. So they're going to fumble. We're going to say, you saying the Bills are going to fumble? We'll see. We'll see. 1st and 10 for Buffalo at their 25-yard line. ESPN and ABC are covering this game today, so should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty interesting. I'll hang with you guys for a few minutes, and then we'll. We'll see what the Bills do. Let's see if they try to run the football. If they try to throw the football early, I don't like that. I think you just got to let Josh Allen tried it 3.5. Josh Allen short pass to Singletary, out of bounds, 7 yards, 2nd and 3 at the 32 for Buffalo. Yep. So he's 1 for 1, 7 yards. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously Houston's probably expecting them to come out and run the football. And Frank Gore, he runs out to the left side, 4 yards, 1st and 10, Buffalo to the 36-yard line. 14:23 left to go in this first quarter. And Gore ran to the left, so it's 4 yards, 11 yards in 2 plays. Not bad. 5.5 a play thus far, but it's awful early. Let's see what see if maybe Josh Allen may do, maybe a bootleg or something pretty early in this game too. Swing passes, any kind of screen passes, anything like that. Watch out for some of those early too. Singletary left tackle, he ran for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 from the 38. So no 3 and out. Sean, you're wrong on that one already. No 3 and out. So it's 2nd and 8, and that kind of puts Buffalo in a throwing situation unless, they may run the football here, run it 2 more times, which I don't have a problem with that, especially being out as far as the 38-yard line. He almost scored. Indeed. Oh, yeah. Josh Allen, big play right into Houston, 20 for 40, 2 yards. Big run by Allen. Yes, indeed. So they're down to the Houston 20. Josh Allen. Was it a bootleg, guys, or was it just a rollout? I was looking for a bootleg early in the game. And he's showing what he can do early. I have to get this on. I have to get this game on one of my channels in a few minutes. All right, McKenzie pushed out of bounds at the Houston 16, 4 yards, and 2nd and 6 at the 16. Buffalo looking like they've got a lot of get up and go to them right now. Josh Allen 2 for 2 for 11 yards, and they've ran the ball already for 48 yards. So nothing wrong with that, including the 42-yard run by Josh Allen. You expect him to move around a little bit. You don't expect him to be running 40 yards. That's just something you don't expect. Now being in the red zone, you do not accept a field goal. You want 7 points now. You want 6 right here. Touchdown, Josh Allen to Brown. Touchdown, Allen to Brown. And that's 16 yards, and it's already 6-0 the Bills. 6-0 Bills. So they're looking good. Looking good early, guys. Yeah, I'd like to see the Bills win. I'd like to see the Bills win this one. I'm not a Texans fan at all. Lived in Houston for a while, but I'm not. I don't like Deshaun Watson. I'm not a big Clemson. I'm not a big Clemson fan at all. I really am not. So, so we'll see what happens there. Sun is actually shining bright here. An extra point by Stephen Hauschka is good. So, so far, well, what was that? 6 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes, 19 seconds. And the Bills get a 16-yard pass from Allen to Brown. And they're up now 7-0. So the Texans, they got to feel snake bit right now. I mean, you gave the ball up in the first half. And the Bills now, you got to be on your toes. You're up 7. You got everything going for you. You got to keep that kid Watson running for his life here. You got to have him running for his life. 7-0 Bills. 11:41 left in this first quarter. A 6-play, 75-yard drive. The big play of the drive, 42 yards by Josh Allen, and ran a sweep and got down to the Houston 20. Hauschka just kicked the extra point a couple of minutes ago. They're just coming back in just a second, and Hauschka will be kicking off. He's kicked about ever seen him. Maybe so, Jay. Depending on, I don't. Maybe not in Denver. I probably wouldn't go all the way out to Denver, but certain places probably could. Mm-hmm. But maybe so. I wouldn't say no. Depending on scheduling and all that type of stuff. Cowboys are looking heavy at Mike McCarthy and Marvin Lewis. How about Marvin Lewis? Who would have thought he would have had a chance at the Cowboys job after the way he blew it in Cincinnati? Marvin Lewis is really a figurehead here. He's just somebody they're just saying he's getting a chance. Marvin Lewis will not get hired. I can almost promise you that. He does not deserve that job, especially after the crappy job he did. Hauschka knocks it through the end zone. Hauschka knocks it through the end zone. He's knocked about 63% of them through the end zone this year. Not touchbacks, but 63% of them through the end zone, not touched. So the Texans come out now for their first play. 11:41 to go, and it's all on that quarterback's head right here. It's all on Deshaun Watson. And the Bills front seven, it's up to them to stop him. They have got to hit him around a little bit. And you got to figure he's coming out throwing the football. Short pass to Kenny Stills, 5 yards, and now it's 2nd and 5. I feel like he's going to be throwing the football. I don't think they're going to do a lot of running. The last thing they want is the crowd to get dead on them. And I think they realize that could happen. That could happen here. So let's see what happens now. 2nd and 5, big down right here. Yeah, if you're the Bills, if you can stop him, obviously don't let him do anything, and leave him 5 yards or more for 3rd down. Watson now. Oh wow, Johnson runs 19 yards, and he's out to the 50. He's out to the 49. And it is 1st and 10 for Houston. So they ran the ball 19 yards right there. You gotta do your job in your zones there, Buffalo. And Deshaun Watson now, a lot of things he can do right here at midfield. He can drop back. Carlos Hyde now, 4 yards down to Buffalo's 47, 2nd and 6. And when you get over 3 yards on 1st down, that opens up your offense so much more. Now it's only 2nd and 6. I mean, chances are they'll throw the ball, but who knows? It's only about 60%. Deshaun Watson sacked at the 50, -3. So now it's 3rd and 9. Exactly what I say the Bills have to do. Do I think Washington gets Chase Young? I think they're going to take defense. I'm not sure they're going to take Chase Young. I would say probably, but he's going to have to show some stuff in workouts because his bowl game was really bad. He played really bad in the bowl game, and they can't afford that because you're going to be playing against top-notch opponents every week in the NFL. He can't take games off. Now it's 3rd and 9. Forced to throw the football. You key on Deshaun right here. You go after him. Wow. Short pass to the right. Kenny Stills again to burn him a 2nd time. 11 yards down to the Buffalo 39. 1st and 10. Houston at the 39-yard line. How many drivers do you have for the new red, white, blue season? Roughly 33, 35, something like that. I still got to get them printed. I'm still looking for somebody to help me out as far as I'm trying to get trying to find a way where I can go online and do them myself, but I don't have a design figure for the cars. So yeah, something like that though. It's going to be only 15 lap races too. Carlos Hyde runs right tackle for 1 yard down to the Buffalo 38, 2nd and 9. Houston. So yeah, it's a lot. I got a lot of new guys. If you haven't seen my new rules, a 6 this season will not be a duel. It's going to be hot rodder. Okay, hot rodder is going to be this. I'm going to roll 2 20-sided die, and let's say one of them's a 15 and the other one's a 16. Whoever's in 31st place, I'm going to just start him right at 31st, and I'm going to roll as long as he passes his gas check, he gets to go up through the field. So you could gain 15 positions in one turn. One driver could. It's whoever. Washington should get Curtis Weaver from Boise State. Now, I don't want a Boise State Cowboy. Now, I'd rather have somebody SEC, Big Ten. Watson scrambles right in, ran out of bounds to the Buffalo 37. 3rd and 8, guys. 2nd, 3rd down, they've put them in. You got to stop them right here. And if they stop him short, he can be good, but they don't really need a linebacker anyway. They need a down lineman. Watson passes incomplete, and now Ooh, from the 37, that's a 40, 44, 54 yarder. 54 yarder. So this is a nice stadium to kick out of, though. It's not about the grass is really good. Um, but this is a definite win for the Bills if they can make him kick, make them kick for 3 points. Too far down for him to be punting the ball. So they'll definitely try a field goal here, I think. Watson, not starting off the hottest. Watson, two for 16 yards, but he's been sacked, running around for his life a little bit. And 4th and 8, I don't think you go for it. Or is it a challenge? Is it PI? Does it look like PI? Let's see what they're saying here. Let's see. They're looking at it. Is it PI, though? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jay Wallace, I think that's going to, I think that might, if it's hand fighting, they probably won't call it an interception. I mean, call it interference here. Yeah, I like it too, Jay. And I'm actually going to, I may even send it to Keith and see if maybe he wants to do that with some of it, a couple of his new sets. If you haven't checked out Play.com's Red, White, and Blue Racing's new sets, they come out in bright yellow. It's none of that faded yellow. It's bright yellow now. No problem taking the TV drivers from the regular drivers. It's no problem at all. They're still looking at this, guys. And you never like that if you're the defense. If they're looking at that long, most time, how they say it, where there's smoke, there's fire. So you don't like that. But let's hope that maybe this works out for the Bills. If it does, it will be 4th and 8, 37 yard line. It'll be a 55 yard field goal attempt or 54 yard. Can the Bills and 49ers play in the Super Bowl? Bills and 49ers could play in the Super Bowl. I don't think the Bills have enough firepower for some of those top teams. I don't think they do. I don't think he can match up well with some of the other teams. Chiefs. I thought she was waving to me.
I'm waving at you, honey.
You are waving to me?
Of course.
Chiefs, Baltimore, even New England. But Bills really didn't. Hi, Miss Rob, Sean says.
Hi,
I've been running the Scram series, one of my favorite play games. Hey, it's fun. It really is. Play was upheld. The ruling in the field stands. So Sean made a good call there. He said it was just hand fighting, not really anything for it. So 4th and 8. Actually, now it's 4th and 13. They just got to delay a game. So now, can they kick a field goal? Wow. 49, be a 59 yarder. 59 yards. They may punt here, guys. They may punt. They got a good kicker, but 59 yards, that's a long ways. Let's see what happens. 59. It'd be a 59-yard field goal if they try for it. Yeah. I thought a punt was in order here. You can't afford to let, just like we're talking about from the Buffalo side, Texans can't afford to lose that and they got it down to the 10-yard line, down to the 10. They can't afford to lose that field position battle either. So Anger hits a 32-yarder and fair catch by Roberts. Hang time 4.4 seconds. Pretty good hang time there. That's not bad. So the Texans simply run out of downs, and now Buffalo gets the ball at their 10. Your main thing here is to get it outside the 25. Then you worry about maybe trying to punt the ball. So you worry about getting one. You want to get one first down here. That's your main objective. Let's get one first down. After that, it's all gravy after that. If you have to punt the ball, you have to punt the ball. So let's see what they end up doing. Now and then, wow, Brown passes the ball to McKenzie for 4 yards. How about that? A little bit of a Frank Gore to the right for 1 yard, and now it is 3rd and 5 at the 15. 3rd and 5 at the 15. This is where you got. All right, Jay Wallace. Yep, I'm heading out in about 5 minutes myself, a couple minutes, in fact. I'm not even going to be that much longer. I'm going to go watch a football game. Yep. So 3rd and 5 for Buffalo. You don't want to do anything stupid here. You don't want to go throwing it down, throwing it on the 2s and 10s and give them angles where they can intercept the ball. So first down, Buffalo. Josh Allen, 7 yards out to Williams. So it's a first down. That's the one thing you want. Now I say if you run the ball 3 plays and punt it, there's nothing wrong with that. 5:47 left in the first quarter. The Bills are up 7-0 on the Texans. Josh Allen, 4 for 4 for 22 yards. He's been very effective. Nothing stupid, nothing going on crazy. Pass incomplete, illegal use of the hands, and on Buffalo. And now that's going to put them back. That you see, Buffalo can't afford these stupid penalties. You just cannot afford these stupid penalties. Now it's 1st and 20 at the 12. Not a good situation for the Bills. And if you're the Texans, you're expecting something like a screen pass or misdirection or something like that, or maybe a end around play or something like that. I wouldn't screen right here. I would do a down and out maybe for 8-10 yards and then try to make it. But nope. Allen, he tried a little short pass to the right, incomplete. 1st and 20 at the 12. I like a down and out here, about 10, 12, 15 yards. Make it one-on-one. Make it one-on-one. Don't let the safety have anything to do with it. If it's an out, you don't have to worry about the safety intervening. You always got to watch out for short linebackers, but still, Allen has enough of a gun. Get a good timing route on the outside. 10, 12 yards. Make it 3rd and 3rd and 8, 9 yards. You can deal with that. So right now, I say you need to get something around 10 yards down the field. But just don't do anything stupid. Nothing stupid. Allen has such a good arm, too. It really, really helps to have one of the better guns in the NFL. But he's got that. So let's see what happens here. 2nd and 20. Might they call a timeout here? 3 plays this drive. 2 minutes has already been run off the clock this drive. But they've only went 2 net yards so far, so not really a lot going on there. But they had a first down, and then a stupid hands to the face call knocked them back. Illegal use of hands. knocked him back 10 yards. So that didn't help him at all. 5 o'clock here on the East Coast, guys. 2 o'clock on the West Coast. Don't forget later tonight, about 8:30, something till 9 on the East Coast. Titans at the Patriots. A lot of folks are liking the Titans in this game. I still like the Patriots in this ball game. Yeah. I like 2 home teams. I like 2 road teams. One of the road teams is right here. The other road team I like tomorrow is Seattle. I think Philadelphia's going to win as far as that train's going to take them. We'll see. We'll see. Football's on 12. Football's on 12. It's on 12. Yeah. And on ESPN, both. They both got them today. What it is, they all bid on them. They all bid on the games, so that's why tonight is different. Each game's different. There's Allen back. Look at that! Look at that! Did you see that? They had that scouted. That was an 8-yard out, and he tried to go over. I mean, it was almost a pick six. It was almost a pick six. Roby he had in his hand. Yep. Your receiver, number one, your receiver, that was really close. And now it's 3rd and 20. Do a gunshot now. Run it down the line for 15, 20 yards. I don't care. Now, screen pass, 5, 6 yards, punting the ball. That's fine. But Josh Allen got out of that one. He got out of that one. He got lucky. That was very close to being a pick six. So now they're going to punt the ball. So Borjaquez, they're going to see what he can do. J.J. Watt running his mouth a lot on the outside line. See what he's going to end up doing before the day's over with. Just have to make sure they don't block it. There you go. Sky high. That's what you need. He got that to 25, and he ran it back to the 35. You can deal with that. 35-yard line, that's fine. So it's about 4:30, actually a little less than 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. Buffalo's winning this game 7-0. Allen, one bad play so far. We'll keep up with how many bad plays he's had. That was awful. That was really a bad play. Sean said he would screen, and they did do a screen on the 3rd down play. Deshaun Watson right now. Don't be surprised to see him. He's playing in the gun right now. Handoff, nothing. Buffalo's a good defense. Personally, I think they're one of the top 2 defenses in the playoffs. Maybe the best. They're really good. Borjaquez, though, a 56-yard punt. And that's what they need. And then the 36-yard line, he's got to go back to pass. He did. Screen pass. And that was good for 7 yards. So now it's a 3rd and 3. Kevin Johnson not doing his job. He's in there for Levi Wallace. And Now it's going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Let's see what happens. Definitely. He's playing his guitar. Yeah, the guy was doing like this. I don't know what he's all about. I think he's going to run the football. I think Watson's going to run. No, he didn't. Threw the ball. He got it down to the 46. 1st down, Texans. 1st down, and they're down in Buffalo territory now. The 46-yard line. So see what they're going to do here. They fake blitz there, and that's about 6 yards. No, about 4 yards. You got to wonder. you don't do stuff like that. You don't put stuff like that online, but that's one you might want to delete. Well, maybe one you want to delete. Yeah, we'll delete that one. You don't want stuff like that even put up in a chat room or nothing. Something happens. He's running to his right. See, I told you. He runs to his right. So now it's 3rd and 3. He loves running to the right. He loves running to the right. He will not run to the left if he don't have to. Let's see what they're going to do. 3rd and 3. That's what you want, though. Look at that. That's what you do. You sack him right there. You don't let him run right. And who did I say? Trent Murphy. Trent Murphy. 4th down. You make him run for his friggin' life. Look at this. And what happened, guys, was it was a shotgun, and he feels the pressure from his right. He runs to his right, and Murphy comes from that left end place and gets him. He's got to be a good player for him today. Trent Murphy's got to be good. 6 yards back to the 46. Makes some punt again. Takes him out of field goal range. That may be going in the end zone. Let's see. No, again at the 8-yard line. So Buffalo is not winning the field position battle, but you can't expect to win the field position battle when you're the one that kicked off. I mean, when after you score, you've got to try to work it back yourself. Because that's one thing I'll give them so far. I mean, Texans, Watson, 4 of 6, 32 yards, but he's been sacked twice. That's the thing right there. Yeah. Hughes, Murphy, both got sacks. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, it's 7-0. I think the Bills win this ball game. I think win. I'm not going to say comfortably. I just think they're a little bit better team. You can see that Deshaun Watson is not comfortable in the pocket. They're running him around in circles. I'll probably come back on here tonight before the Titans and Patriots, and we'll just maybe talk about what has to be get done in that game, in order for the Patriots or for the Titans to win. By that time, we'll know who's playing and who's out. the actives and the inactives. I'll have that roster all set there too as well. So I'll see you again. My name's Rob. Go Buffalo. 22-19. That's what I'm gonna say is the final score. I don't think the Texans are gonna put 20 on the board. Yeah, you can use your wrench and erase it. Yeah, you could. But yeah, I get tired of J.J. Watt real quick. He's enough to get tired of really quick. He's a lot of mouth to him. So till I see you again, my name's Rob. Have a great rest of your evening, and go Buffalo. And enjoy it, guys. Have a good one.